Welcome to the 1 Million Mile Road Trip. I'm Tommy,
And I'm Meddena.
and this is just a part of something we want to talk about tonight. Whether you're full time out here and you were to get COVID, or where we had, and back in January. And also, one thing is, I have gotten bronchitis as of the last month and been dealing with that. But I want to talk about how you handle certain things like this on the road. We actually ended up going to a doc in the box, as I call them, or urgent care, because my regular doctor was about 400 miles away. I had been seeing a doctor for the last 20 years down in Gulf Shores, Alabama. And so I went to a doc in the box, as we call them, and they did x-rays, and they did, I had to go get blood work. And, we thought, one of my doctors thought it was kind of serious at first. He thought I had some serious issue because some of the symptoms I was having. But it turned out to be just bronchitis, which is bad enough. It's been lingering for about a month, and having to take over-the-counter medication, having to take actually medication prescribed by a doctor. But I think, you need a doctor, one, that I guess we like having a regular doctor that we can actually pick up the phone and call, because we trust and feel confident in. But
and we've been her patients for over 25 years, so she knows that we don't call for just anything.
But you have to deal with going to these urgent cares, and a lot of them are like, we went a fairly small town urgent care, and they didn't really have doctors, had nurse practitioners, which are a lot of times even better than some doctors. But they were really good, and they prescribed me ended up being the same medicine I've taken for it before. But, I think that you need to be prepared to see a doctor before it really gets too bad. You could end up in the hospital somewhere.
And this is the pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah,
he hates the doctors.
I hate to go to the doctors because I want to wait to the very last moment. And then we had a situation that I think about a week or two ago, maybe 3 weeks. Nomadic Fanatic got hit, sideswiped by a car, and his RV is pretty much down for a while. I don't know how long it's going to take for him to get the front clip fixed. So we were worried about, if you're involved in an accident, you need to have a plan too about what you're going to do, where you're going to stay. He went out and bought a used RV and is fixing it up. A lot of us can't do that. We don't have the money to just run out and buy another used RV. Or having to, where would we put our other one? It's just a lot of things you got to think about.
Especially with 2 dogs and a cat.
Right. And so we had actually a truck almost sideswiped us going down the road. He cut us off, and as my thumbnail, you would see, I really thought he hit us. He slipped in beside us, and was within inches of hitting the front of the RV. And it would have done the same thing, probably more damage, because we were doing about 60 miles an hour at the time. And so, you think back, what would you do? Where would you stay? How would you cope with having to leave your RV to get it fixed? And so that's something we are going to have to think about, having some type of plan, because there's not a lot of places, motels and stuff like that, will let you have animals inside.
I think an Airbnb would be good.
Maybe it'd be something. Maybe something you could do. Something you need to check with your insurance too about having.
Yeah, we've got insurance that covers us having to be out.
And you know, I did include something on the front of the thumbnail about last night, and it was just a funny, but it was we went to my first professional baseball game up here in Milwaukee.
Our daughter treated us. Our daughter and son-in-law treated us to tickets up there. They went with us. We had a great time.
And out of a part, we had 6 of us all together. The whole 6 of us, I was the only one that was frisked, and thoroughly frisked. And
the girl was having a good time with it because he's a retired cop, so she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this."
Yeah, and they really, it was
funny.
It was funny, but it wasn't funny at the same time. All these people looking at me like, "Oh my gosh, what has he got in his pocket?"
Well, but if you will notice in the video, only one of us was wearing a big fluffy coat with a mask, with a hat.
Yeah.
The rest of us looked like normal people.
Well, I was...
he had a goose down on.
I had a goose down. It was cold, though, last night. It was cold. And the fact I'm recovering from bronchitis, so I had to wear a mask over here just so I won't breathe any of this cold air.
It was funny. Y'all will get a kick out of it.
So
I don't know why I didn't think to video it. I just was standing there laughing.
And so me going, you know, I'm outside wearing a mask the whole time, and I know these people, nobody else outside is wearing a mask, so they kind of look at me kind of weird, but I'm just not breathing in all this cold air, and because it really affects me, and I have to use
So what did you think about the first
and everything?
I
loved it. It was great. I don't know that I've never been a huge baseball fan as far as watching it on TV. Yeah. It's a little slow for me on TV, but last night, I mean, they hit like 4 or 5 home runs. All of the lights.
The Brewers beat the Cubs.
Peanuts, water.
Right. And all the lights and stimulation from there, they had a lot of stuff playing,
sausage,
you know.
The sausage run.
Right, little sausage run. These people dressed up as sausages. And also, you know, they had the organ there that plays that "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," and
I think there was the row in front of us. There was a little girl. She's probably about 10 years old, eating nachos, and a fly ball hit her bowl of nachos and hit her leg. She was fine. She didn't cry. She was just like, she didn't know what happened, and somebody handed her the ball.
Yeah, it was.
There was a lot of fly balls last night.
It was great. It was great. I loved it. I would love to go again. And
we look forward to doing it this summer with our daughter again.
They have a retractable roof, and last night the roof was actually closed, which was great because it was cold in Wisconsin here. In fact, they had snow on Easter up here, so. And I wouldn't doubt if it wasn't cold enough to snow last night.
It was pretty chilly.
It was.
So we were in a a Casey's gas station in Illinois, and we were using one of our fuel cards, and one of the clerks said,
the TDS logistics card, yes.
And one of the clerks said, "Hey, there's a card that works better. You get your diesel cheaper." She said, "Let me give you a thing on it." And so this is the card, and it's called Mud Flap. And we're going to put a link in the bottom, because if you sign up under our link, we get $10 in fuel, and you get $10 in fuel. And so there's from what she said, it's really good. We have not used it yet, because we didn't use it that time because I'd already used the other one.
But we compared it. If we used it
we'd have saved 20
instead of
cents.
right. Instead of we saved like 9 or 10 cents. Because if we'd have hunted out like a TA or something, we might have saved a lot more with the logistics card, maybe up to 40 or 50 cents. But I was very low on fuel, and we just took the first place we could find, and ended up being
We saved
saving us
9 cents.
9 cents a gallon. But she told us about this. So it doesn't cover all the stations that the logistics card covers, but
They are growing.
they're growing, and the ones that they do cover the price is a little bit better than logistics. So here's what I'm thinking. We need to use, if you're out here and you have a diesel, and they're even going to work at getting gas.
Yeah, getting gas, which would be awesome.
Yeah, but if you have a diesel right now, you need to take advantage of every fuel savings you can. And the reason why I say that is we got one fill up, we did like 70 gallons, and it was almost $400. So I mean, crazy, $350 to fill up the RV. So we ended up, our mileage coming up here from Tennessee, we averaged about 9 miles per gallon. 8 to 9 miles per gallon, as long as you wasn't going up hills and stuff like that. So still, it's not bad, but at the current prices, Love's up there was over on the signs $5.25 a gallon, and with the logistics app, it ran right around $4. They saved about
$4.99.
Yeah, $4.99, but still $5 a gallon. I mean, you're at 70 gallons. That's $350.
We ended up getting it though. I think ours was $4.57 a gallon when we filled up this time.
Right.
So that's quite a bit of savings.
Right, but still, back when...
Who would have thought?
Yeah, I mean, when we first started RVing, this time, we were getting diesel for right around $3 a gallon, or a little bit less. And then all of a sudden, boom, with the war in Ukraine, and with taking away the pipeline and a few other things, diesel is just out of sight now. But we're hoping that with these different savings, it can make a little bit of difference. I mean, it really does for us, and we're going to try this.
You know what? I wonder. I have a question, and you may not want to put this on there, but if you used your logistic, swiped it out there, and then you went in and gave them a code, could you even get a better price?
I doubt you could. I think they take what
either
you do, one or the other. But we're going to put this mud flap
we're going to put the link.
We're going to put the link in our description, and if you want to just sign up for it, just signing up for it,
you get $10.
We get 10, and then you can try it to see what is the difference.
And there was, I got a text. We had 2 people sign up that we notified. They signed up, and I got a text that said, one more person signing up, and you get double off. So
hey,
I don't know if that's full-time double off or
right.
a one-time double off, but hey, double off helps.
I mean, anything helps in the current market right now. Anything helps. But, the main topic of this video basically is be prepared for the unexpected, because, after that guy almost hit us, I really thought, and then watching what Nomadic Fanatic's doing, I mean, he went out and bought a whole small Class C video, and I'm no telling, I'm sorry, van, not
RV.
van, but RV, but I no telling how much money he's spending on that. But now he's got 200 and something thousand subscribers, and YouTube does pay him a considerable amount each month, and it allows him to do stuff like that. We are very small. And but I just can't see going out and buying another RV. So we would have to take, you know, when you don't really think, who's going to think you're going to have an accident like that? But I mean, we were almost hit. I really thought he hit us. He was so close. And you'll see by just if you look at the thumbnail, it's amazingly how close. And we ask too, if you like the channel, if you find some type of useful information here, if you could subscribe down there and push that little bell and give us a thumbs up. And I thought you were gonna hit me in the face. Give us a thumbs up, and that'll help the algorithm on YouTube. It helps steer people to our channel. We sure would appreciate it, and we hope to see you out there on the road.
Yes, we do. Y'all have a good day.